Studying is so important because it provides us students with the ability to develop time management skills, self-discipline skills, and study habits.
It also aids in our ability to learn and provides us with knowledge that we can use for the rest of our lives.
Depending on the level of difficulty of your classes, you have to manage your study time accordingly.
And even though APs and dual enrollments look really good, you want to make sure not to overwhelm yourself because they require a lot of studying and hard work.
There are many different ways to study depending on the difficulty of your class and what subjects you are taking. Let's explore some.
A solid combination of one or more minerals found in Earth's crust. Rock. Using flashcards is one of the many ways that can help you study in science classes such as AP Enviro, Anatomy, Chem, and Bio. Using these flashcards, it will help you memorize important key terms and vocabulary. In order to be successful in any math class, such as Algebra 1, 2, Geometry, and AP Stats, it is important to keep up on your work and know what you're learning. And in doing so, it's really helpful to make flashcards to memorize formulas, vocab, and key points. Also, make sure to know how to use your calculator and just practice those problems.
Some good tips to help you study for your English classes are to read and annotate all assigned materials, pay attention to advanced words in your reading to help you improve your vocabulary, and to practice writing essays. A good source that helps you improve your essays is Purdue OWL.
Useful ways to study for history include reading over the text, highlighting any important dates and main figures, and putting them onto flashcards to help you memorize them.
Hi, my name is Chris, and a couple of things that you might need in preparation for college is to know what colleges want, and standardized testing is a thing that colleges really want to see. So when you're going off to take your standardized testing, there are a couple things that you should have in mind. Sleep, diet, studying, and time management. So sleep is essential for doing well on the test, but not only should you sleep well before the test day, you should sleep consistently well for the week that passed. Same thing for diet. You should have a consistent diet before the test day. It's always good to set some time to study before you take the test. You never want to go into the test blind. The first time I took the ACT, I went into the test blind, and the second time I took it, I did study and I got 3 points higher. Lastly, bring a watch because the test is timed and you want to pace yourself.
Hi, my name is Austin Brown. I'm currently a senior at St. Petersburg High School. Things you need to know about the SAT and ACT. The ACT has more time restraints, and the SAT has more sections. In fact, the SAT has 10 sections, and the ACT only has 4. That's not including the writing section. The ACT is known as an endurance test, as is the SAT. Both tests are long tests, running several hours. You can look at practice tests at powerscore.com, the ACT website, and even the College Board. You may be asking yourself what colleges are looking for when it comes to your standardized test scores. Such schools like FSU are requiring a 26 on the ACT, while USF asks for a 27 and UF asks for a 29. Those same schools can also accept lower scores. However, those are the average minimum score for acceptance.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Brendan here. I know what you're thinking, the ACT and SAT. Well, one thing you need to know about the ACT and SAT is there's an extended time section for people who qualify for it. Extended time is where you get time and a half on the test. Like, for example, on the grammar and writing section of the ACT, it's 70 minutes. The person with extended time would have 105 minutes for that section, and you can do whatever, you can use that time for whatever subject you want. You don't have to only use the 105 minutes for grammar. You can add that time to math if you finish early. And one thing you need to know for the SAT is there's a new SAT, and it's now based on verbal writing and reading and math. And that's out of 1600, whereas the old SAT was based on critical reading, writing, and math, and now it's out of 2400. All right, have a good day.
Making the most out of your high school experience and getting involved is super important, and St. Pete has a great place to do it. We offer tons of opportunities like going to sports events, getting involved in homecoming week and its activities, different spirit nights. Really, the opportunities are endless. You're sure to find something you like.
Extracurriculars are a great way to make friends and be involved in activities that you find enjoyable. For example, sports and service clubs. All of these things take a certain amount of time requirement and certain skills. To become part of a club or sport, you should go through the process. First, you should find out who the sponsor or coach is. Next, you should learn about the application period. Most are in the fall, but some are in the winter or spring. Certain requirements, such as certain grade point averages or certain athletic abilities. There's certain hour obligations as well. Some service clubs require up to 50 hours a year, some require 10. Sports require practice practically every day during the season, as well as conditioning and games and meets. So you need to be aware of the meeting dates for clubs and the practice dates for sports. And I already talked about that.
It's important to choose something that you're passionate about, regardless of how many opportunities St. Pete High has to offer. There are numerous clubs and different organizations that you can be a part of, but you want to make sure that you pick something that you're passionate about and that is important to you. Each club has different hour requirements, as was previously stated, and you want to make sure that the clubs that you pick aren't going to overload you, especially including your class load with all of your different hour requirements. It's important to choose quality over quantity, especially when you're considering which clubs to join, because when you're passionate about a club, it will show, and if you're not, that'll show as well. So be sure to pick something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy doing, because it'll help benefit not only the club, but you as well.
One great way to get involved is through different service clubs. I'm personally involved in Key Club. It's a great way to both benefit your community and your school because there are numerous hour opportunities in both areas. Another great way to benefit your school is through student government. I'm currently involved as senior class president, and it's a great way to work to continue St. Pete High's great legacy.
I've been running track since my freshman year. Same with any other sport, it's a great way to meet hardworking kids who are enjoy spending time outside. It does require a lot of time though. We have practice every day and meets on the weekend, so just keep that in mind. And it's great if you love any sport. Every sport at St. Pete High is great.
Personally, I'm involved in science, math, English, Spanish, and social studies and National Honor Society, all of which have different hour requirements. Some require tutoring, and all of them require different things, so be sure to stay on top of it, what you can get involved in.
First, you would like to search the colleges you would like to attend. Next, you should look at the requirements such as GPA, ACT, SAT, and the deadlines for the application. 3, you need to see what you need to apply. Some schools require transcripts, which you can get from the guidance counselors. All schools require proof of residency if you are applying for in-state. Some schools require letters of recommendations, such as most Ivy Leagues like Brown and Yale. You can get members of the school faculty to write them for you. After you send your application, they will email you a checklist of what they still need to get you in order to be accepted. And then you will either receive an email or a letter in the mail saying you got accepted, as well as you can check online where you apply to see if you are accepted to college.
Why is it important to apply to scholarships? 70% of students graduate with student debt, and with the rising cost of tuition, scholarships are becoming more and more important, so it's important for you to apply to as many scholarships as you can.
Why don't students apply to scholarships? Most students use the excuse of their parents and how they are going to pay for it. What they may not realize is that their parents worked hard for their money. Therefore, any financial aid will help them greatly. Websites such as Unigo, FastWeb, and Pinellas Education Foundation are good websites that will help you find scholarships that you qualify for.
The most popular scholarship is the Bright Futures. There is 3 different types of Bright Future scholarships: the Florida Academic Scholar Scholarship, the Florida Medallion, and the Gold Tier Vocational Scholars, all in order of difficulty and how much they pay for per.
Yes, a lot. Yes.
Why?
I procrastinate a lot. I tell myself I'm doing homework all the time, and something will always pop up. Like I would play basketball, or go chill with friends, or
Do you regret procrastinating?
So much. Oh my god.
Not really,
Why?
because there's no point to.
Absolutely.
Why?
I don't know. I wait till last minute to do everything.
Do you regret it?
Yes, definitely.
The latest I ever stayed up is like 11:15.
Does it affect you in school?
Sometimes I'm a little groggy or anything like that in the morning.
I'll probably stay up till 11:30, 12.
Does it affect you in school?
Me, not really, not so much.
10, 11.
Do you, does it affect you in school, or do you regret staying up that late?
If I stay up late, I don't do well at school the next day.
I stay up until about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
And does it affect you in school?
It does affect me a little bit, but I used to stay up later, like 12 or 1 in the morning, but I've learned to cool that down. So I definitely get more sleep than I used to.
I used to skip class a lot. Now I'm chilled as a senior, but I regret that too.
Why?
Because my GPA isn't where I want it, and I can't go where I want it. Exactly.
No,
Why have you never skipped?
because I think my education is important and I want to be here for every class.
Of course.
Do you regret it?
Yeah,
Why?
because I need to get my education. And it's really difficult getting a class sometimes.
No,
Why?
because I'd rather get my education and go off somewhere else and get in more trouble.
Like fights and stuff. No, I avoid those like it's the plague.
Why?
Too much drama.
Do I get involved in school drama? Not so much this year, but last year I did.
No, I hate school drama.
No, there's no point in getting into drama and fights and stuff because you get in trouble for it.
Stay in habits, stay organized. That's is gonna help you.
Just don't procrastinate. Do what you need to do and don't wait till the last minute.
One piece of advice I would definitely give to underclassmen is don't get involved in school drama because it can completely ruin your year if you get too involved in it.
Don't procrastinate. That's the best thing. When senior year comes around, senioritis will come. And just keep doing it. Just keep working.